when I look out, this is a great, sensational turnout, and I have to thank everybody here. The most important thing I can do representing Tara is thank everybody, because Tara would be tremendously grateful for everybody who's taken their time on the start of a holiday weekend, given money, spent time to come here. So on behalf of Tara, I thank everybody for being here and supporting the foundation. We were incredibly fortunate with some of our sponsors this year. Dave and Pam Pierce were our diamond sponsors, Melissa Silver and Rachel and Drew Katz, and my partner, Integrity Transportation, Joe Duncan, and kind of most importantly, someone where our new home is, the Auvergne Residence and Spa. We purchased there, and they stepped up and became a major sponsor. It couldn't be done without Jim and Isabel Allen, Morgan Stanley, and Joe Dugan, and certainly Arthur Gallagher, Pat and Sue Larkin, and Pat Jr. I will tell you that having never done any of these events prior to Tara and not having Tara here, the last 2 weeks were incredibly difficult. And we had agreed that you can't say thank you to people because you can't get them all, but I would be remiss without mentioning Janet and Chris from Chester's, Isabel, Allen, Chase, Leakey, Remy, Kate and Rob, Josh, Dave Koski. I mean, the list goes on. I'm going to miss people. I may offend people, but the last 2 weeks is incredibly stressful and stressful on the family. And without these people, we could not have done this. Without you people, we couldn't be as successful as we think we've been. I will tell you of the most frequent asked questions because I think they're important to answer. First of which, what happens to the money? So far in the last 3 years, not counting what's going to happen tonight, which will be consistent, we have funded over $1,500,000 in melanoma research. And how do we determine that? We have a grant process, believe it or not. We have a scoring ability. We have access to 20 different doctors and scientists who make recommendations to us, and with the assistance of Dr. Schuchter, we make decisions on where the money goes. I think most importantly, tonight's people, at least 15 people have asked me tonight, how are you going to do? I will tell you, because most family foundations fall apart after the first couple years, we will exceed last year by over $100,000. And a great part of that is that, Lauren told me to say this, a great part of that is how successful the auction is. But we will still succeed it by over $100,000. In the last thing, I will tell you, Tara left nothing to chance. She drafted the documents for the foundation. We can't deviate from them. We can't amend them. They were approved by the IRS and the state. And they say this money can only go to research. So everybody should know here, every dollar you give goes to research. When people like to torture me, they say, well, how much of a salary are you getting? And I need to shut it down real quick because that becomes a bad rumor. Every dollar goes to research that we raise. The family funds every expense. Last year, all we do is write checks for research. And Tara, as she took care of everything, made sure that was so. So for the people, there's like 40% of the people in the room really don't know Tara. We have a quick 3-minute clip of Tara that will really explain her and why we are so dedicated to funding and keeping the research alive for Tara. Thank you.